I lived in Elmswood. I loved stories. Legends of heroes and magical places filled my dreams. One legend called to me. It spoke of Elderglow Forest. The forest held a secret, a treasure beyond all gold.
One day, Aaron decided he would find the treasure. He told no one. It was his adventure. His heart beat with excitement and fear. The forest welcomed him with shadows. The trees were old and tall. Sunlight struggled to reach the forest floor. Aaron walked deeper. Each step filled him with awe. He felt small, but he was not alone.
The forest whispered around me. Leaves rustled. Birds called out warnings. Was it my imagination, or were the shadows watching me? I walked on, drawn deeper into the mystery.
A flash of movement. Aaron stopped. He held his breath. A fox stood before him. Its eyes were like amber. They seemed to glow with an inner light.
The forest tests all who seek its heart.
Aaron was astonished. A talking fox. He knew then this forest was truly magical. The treasure must be real. The fox led Aaron deeper into the forest. The trees grew closer, their branches intertwined overhead. The path became a maze. Sunlight became a distant memory.
Strange plants grew in the dim light. Flowers glowed with soft luminescence. The air hummed with unseen life. I felt fear, but the fox's presence gave me courage. I would see this journey through.
At last, they emerged into a clearing. The glade bathed in a warm, golden light. In the center stood an ancient tree. Its leaves shimmered silver and gold. Beneath the tree sat a figure. He seemed to radiate peace.
You must go alone now. The guardian awaits.
And with that, the fox vanished into the undergrowth. Aaron approached the figure. The guardian smiled. His eyes were deep and wise.
You seek the treasure of Elderglow.
Aaron nodded, his heart pounding.
The true treasure is not gold, it is wisdom, it is understanding, it is harmony with nature.
Aaron listened, his youthful eagerness fading into thoughtfulness. The guardian spoke of the interconnectedness of all things. He described how every leaf, every creature, and every breath of wind was part of a grand tapestry woven together in a delicate balance. He spoke of the forest's delicate balance. The guardian explained that the forest was a living, breathing entity where each element played a crucial role in maintaining harmony. The trees provided shelter, the animals contributed to the ecosystem, and even the smallest insects had their part to play. He spoke of respecting the earth. The guardian emphasized the importance of nurturing the soil, planting trees, and living in harmony with nature. He shared ancient practices of sustainable living, urging Aaron to be mindful of his actions and their impact on the environment. Aaron's heart resonated with the guardian's words. He felt a deep connection to the wisdom being shared, as if the guardian's voice was awakening something dormant within him. Aaron realized that these teachings were not just about the forest, but about life itself. He saw the forest with new eyes. The trees seemed taller, the colors more vibrant, and the sounds of nature more harmonious. Aaron felt a sense of wonder and appreciation for the natural world that he had never experienced before. The treasure wasn't something you found. The guardian's words echoed in Aaron's mind, reminding him that true wealth was not measured in material possessions. It was a deeper understanding, a profound realization of one's place in the world. It was something you understood. The guardian had imparted a timeless truth, that wisdom and enlightenment came from within. It was about seeing the world through a lens of compassion, respect, and interconnectedness. It was a way of being, a way of seeing. Aaron understood that this new perspective was a gift, a treasure that would guide him throughout his life. It was a shift in consciousness, a new way of interacting with the world around him. Aaron felt a profound shift within himself. He smiled, feeling a sense of peace and fulfillment that he had never known before. The guardian's wisdom had touched his soul, leaving an indelible mark. He had found something far more valuable than gold. Aaron walked through the forest with a light heart, knowing that he carried with him a treasure of immeasurable worth, the wisdom of the guardian, and a newfound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. The forest, bathed in the soft glow of twilight, seemed to whisper its secrets to the wind. The trees stood tall and silent, their leaves rustling gently as if bidding farewell to the day. It was time for Aaron to leave. He had spent many days and nights in this forest, learning its ways, understanding its rhythms. The forest had become a part of him, and now, as he prepared to depart, he felt a deep sense of gratitude and sorrow.
Thank you, Guardian. Your wisdom and guidance have been invaluable. I will carry your teachings with me always.
Go now and carry the forest wisdom in your heart. Remember, the forest is always with you, in every breath you take, in every step you make. Let its strength and serenity guide you in your journey ahead.
Aaron turned to leave the glade, his heart heavy yet hopeful. The clearing, once a place of mystery and wonder, now felt like a cherished memory, a chapter in his life that had come to a close. The setting sun cast long shadows through the trees, creating a tapestry of light and dark. Each shadow seemed to hold a story, a fragment of the forest's ancient wisdom. He looked back one last time at the Guardian, the wise figure who had been his mentor and friend. The Guardian sat serenely beneath the glowing tree, a symbol of the forest's eternal spirit. The glowing tree with its ethereal light seemed to pulse with life. It was a beacon of hope, a reminder that the forest's magic would always be with him. Aaron walked back through the forest, each step taking him further from the place he had come to love. The path ahead was uncertain, but he felt a newfound strength within him. He no longer feared the shadows. The forest had taught him that darkness was not something to be feared, but embraced. It was a part of the natural cycle, a balance to the light. He felt a connection to the whispering leaves, their soft murmurs a comforting presence. Each leaf, each branch seemed to reach out to him, offering their silent support. To the watchful eyes of the forest creatures, he was no longer a stranger. The deer, the birds, and all the animals had accepted him as one of their own. Their gazes followed him, a silent farewell from his forest family. He carried the treasure within him. The lessons, the memories, the essence of the forest were now a part of his soul. As he stepped out of the forest and into the world beyond, he knew that he would never truly be alone. The forest would always be with him, a guiding light in his heart. Aaron returned to Elmswood a changed boy. His journey had taken him far beyond the familiar paths of his childhood, into the heart of the mystical forest that surrounded their village. The boy who had left in search of adventure and riches came back with something far more valuable. He didn't speak of gold or riches. Instead, his tales were filled with wonder and enchantment, captivating the villagers who gathered around him. They had expected stories of wealth and grandeur, but Aaron's words painted a different picture. He spoke of the forest's magic. The trees, he said, whispered secrets to those who would listen, and the air was thick with the presence of ancient spirits. The villagers, who had always seen the forest as a dark and dangerous place, began to see it through Aaron's eyes. He spoke of the talking fox and the wise guardian. The fox, with its fiery red fur and cunning eyes, had shared stories of the forest's history, while the guardian, an ancient being of immense wisdom, had taught Aaron about the delicate balance of nature. He spoke of the true treasure, wisdom and harmony with nature. Aaron's words were a revelation to the villagers, who had always valued material wealth above all else. They began to understand that the greatest riches were not found in gold or jewels, but in the knowledge and harmony that came from living in tune with the natural world.
The forest is full of magic. Every leaf, every stone, every creature has a story to tell. The children, who had always been warned to stay away from the forest, now looked at it with wide-eyed wonder. The fox spoke to me, sharing tales of bravery and wisdom. It taught me to see the world with new eyes, to appreciate the beauty and magic that exists all around us. And the guardian taught me about true treasure. The guardian, with its deep, resonant voice, spoke of the importance of balance and respect for all living things. It showed me that true wealth comes from understanding and harmony.
The villagers listened. They were entranced by Aaron's stories, which seemed to open their eyes to a world they had never truly seen before. His words were like a spell, weaving a tapestry of wonder and possibility. They saw the change in Aaron. The boy who had once been restless and eager for adventure was now calm and wise beyond his years. His eyes sparkled with a new understanding, and his voice carried the weight of his experiences. His words touched their hearts. The villagers felt a stirring within them. a sense of connection to the world around them that they had never felt before. They began to see the forest not as a place of danger, but as a source of life and wisdom.
We see the world differently now, Aaron. Your stories have opened our eyes and our hearts. We understand now that the true treasures of life are not found in material wealth, but in the beauty and wisdom of the natural world.
They began to see the world around them differently. The villagers, inspired by Aaron's tales, started to explore the forest with new curiosity and respect. They walked the paths with reverence, listening to the whispers of the trees and the songs of the birds. They saw the beauty in the rustling leaves, in the flowing river, and in the gentle sway of the branches. The forest, once a place of fear, had become a sanctuary of peace and wisdom. In the songs of the birds, the melodies of the forest creatures filled their hearts with joy and wonder. The villagers had discovered a new way of living, one that was in harmony with the world around them, thanks to the stories of the boy who had ventured into the heart of the forest and returned with the greatest treasure of all. Aaron grew older. He became the storyteller of Elmswood. He shared the wisdom of Elderglow Forest with all who would listen.
Listen to the whispers of the wind, respect the earth, and find wonder in the everyday.
His stories sparked a light in the hearts of the villagers. They remembered the magic that existed in the world. They learned to cherish the natural world around them. They passed these stories down through generations. And so the legend of Elderglow Forest lived on, not as a tale of buried gold, but as a reminder of the true treasure that resided within each and every one of them, the wisdom to appreciate the world and the responsibility to protect it. For the true treasure is not something you find, it is something you become.